So taking a break from my glorious gacha addiction known as Arknights, I want to talk about another gacha addiction that I've been developing recently. This one goes by the name of Reverse 1999, and the game's been out just a few weeks now, so I thought it would be a good time to introduce a bit of side content on the channel, not focusing on Arknights. But don't worry, I am cooking up the Lonetrail video. So what is Reverse 1999? Well, it's basically waifuified Doctor Who. The world stopped moving forward at the year 1999, and since then time has been reversing. Unless you are an Arcanist allied with the Foundation or a Manus Vindictae, you simply fade from existence. If you are trapped in the storm, your fate is completely sealed. Only Votan, Reverse 1999's protagonist, is immune to the effects of the storm and can save others by placing them inside of her suitcase. And as her, you shall recruit a crack team of Arcanists to defeat Manus Vindictae and get to the bottom of the phenomenon known as the Storm. So, as I have somewhat hinted at, the story of Reverse 99 is actually quite good. I definitely say out of all the gacha games I've played, and I've played quite a lot of them at this stage, that it has one of the best opening sequences to any gacha game. Its characters are also very well done, and while I can't say it's perfectly voiced, the cast does a reasonably good job. Votan and Schneider are particular standouts for me personally. However, Apple is very hit and miss, and I would not be surprised if you decide to swap over to the JP voices instead of the natural English cast that this game has. Depending on how I'm feeling though, you may get a separate video discussing the story of Reverse 1999, but I want this to serve as more of a review / recommendation of the game. Gameplay is simple and not very tedious. A simple card selection dictates your actions. Typically, you have 3 actions per turn, and you may select from 7 cards. Combining 2 cards allows for an increase in the effect of that card, either giving it stronger attacks, better healing, better buffs, or better debuffs. Cards are of course dictated by the units you have in your squad. I got Lilia as my first 6-star, and she's pretty great. She is a strong single target ultimate and has a multi-hit attack as well as a single hit standard card. She relies heavily on crit rate, so depending on how lucky you are, you may be hitting for massive damage or hitting like a wet paper bag. As your average Russian woman, Lilia is constantly drinking vodka while flying around on her jet broom. Although she is not my favorite character in the game, that would go to my goat Regulus, who I still don't have unfortunately. She has grown on me a lot due to her role in the story. Most of the characters currently available in the game appear in the first 4 chapters of the story that is currently out, and I have been lucky enough to get Druvis and Sotheby. Many of the high rarity characters appearing in the story is especially great to me, as it does let you have some time to get a good read on the characters. Tying it back to Lilia, she first appears in chapter 3, where you actually fight her as the final boss before you get a deeper understanding of her character in chapter 4. The gacha is very similar to Arknights, with a guaranteed 6-star at 70 pulls, with soft pity starting at 60 pulls. While not guaranteed to get what you want, much like Arknights, it won't take too long to build up enough pulls to guarantee a 6-star. And to round out this little review, my personal favorite aspect of the game, the amount of CGs in the story. Like, every other gacha game should take notes on this. I dare say a CG of some kind appears in every single story section, and for the most part they are all unique. Admittedly, they aren't always that different, but in combination with the voice acting, it lets the story be told in a great way. And the story is not too complicated, being very streamlined, so it won't take you too long to get through the first few chapters and see if the story is for you. But that's about it for me. I am still playing this game, but I'm not sure for how much longer that will be. If it's anything like Star Rail, it's gonna last around 6 months before I fully give it up. But I do think it is well worth a try if you are interested in the game. With that being said, you might see some additional Reverse 99 content on this channel, but even if that doesn't happen, you are probably going to get at least some varied content from me on the side to my regular Arknights content. I gotta get to work on the Lonetrail video, which I have to say, the story of Lonetrail was very much fantastic, and I'm looking forward to covering it. Be good people, and I'll see you next time.